future. I hope you now see the potential and how the diet can help people. Um, I urge you to include more animal based foods in your diet and experience the benefits firsthand. Thank you.
These are my speaking notes. All right, you're driving home on a cold Friday night after 8 long hours of work. As you go from stoplight to stoplight through the downtown streets, you come to a stop and notice a man sitting on the sidewalk by himself. This man looks tired, demotivated, and barely awake. What you don't know is that he has a substance use disorder and has nowhere to go. You think to yourself, wow, that's so sad, but you continue to drive home. What you fail to know is in 6 short hours, the man will be gone. The man will have used drugs for the last time because he felt he had nowhere to go and no access to help. This is society today, where free and accessible help are rarely offered to those who suffer from substance use disorders and addiction. Today, I would like to look at the importance of providing free and accessible resources to those who suffer from addiction. I have personally felt the rippling effects of what addiction can do through having a family member who suffered from this issue. According to the National Institute of Health's 2024 article, The Drug Overdose Epidemic Affects All Communities, a new study about overdose deaths shows that the drug epidemic is huge, continuing to rise, and can affect anyone no matter where you live or what you look like. Many people in today's society struggle from these issues, whether that be silently or out loud. By providing resources, we can prevent people from the physical and mental effects of addiction. So today, let's look at how substance use can affect physical and mental health, what resources are out there to help, and how those resources can benefit people who are addicted. You might be wondering, why should we care about providing these resources to people who suffer from addiction? Well, many people who struggle with these issues do not receive the proper help they need, which leads to physical and mental obstacles. A lot of people underestimate how much addiction can affect our society in today's world. According to the 2024 data article, Drug Overdose Deaths in the United States, 2002 through 2022, provided by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, drug overdoses are one of the leading causes of injury death in adults and have risen over the past several decades in the United States. This is a rising issue, and without accessible treatment, statistics will continue to rise, leading to more death and injuries. Substance use and addiction are also the leading cause of many other physical health problems as well. In another 2020 article, Drugs, Brains, and Behavior, The Science of Addiction, published by the National Institute on Drug Abuse, people who suffer from addiction frequently have many health issues such as lung or heart disease, strokes, cancer, or other mental health conditions. A person with a substance use disorder constantly puts their body at risk of many health issues, which is why it is important to offer free and accessible resources to help them regain a normal life again without emergency physical health problems. Substance use disorders can also affect the brain, which can lead to mental health issues. In the 2020 article, Substance Abuse and Co-occurring Mental Disorders, published by the National Institute of Mental Health, substance use can spark changes in people's brain structure and function, which can increase the likeliness of developing a mental disorder. The rising drug epidemic can change the way a person thinks and functions throughout their daily life, which makes it easier for mental disorders to form without accessible and free healthcare or resources. While so many people are not receiving the proper help they need, we can solve this issue by providing free and accessible resources to those who suffer from addiction. According to the 2024 article, Addiction Recovery Statistics by Jessica Miller, among drug users that entered a treatment program, 85 to 95% of them claim to remain sober 9 months post-treatment. There are many free resources for people with substance use disorders, such as treatment centers, apps, and hotlines that can be used to help. According to a 2022 article called Sober Apps, New Tools to Help Those in Recovery, provided by Get Smart About Drugs, a governmental website intended to help those suffering from addiction, there are many apps such as Connections, Here Now Connect, Sober Grid, and many more that provide addicts a place to track sobriety, receive clinical help if needed, and talk to counselors all at the reach of their own fingertips through a phone. These apps provide a solid place for people to go to receive the proper help they need, all at the click of a fingertip. There are also many free or low-cost treatment centers in Iowa that can be provided to people who suffer from substance use disorders. In a 2022 article provided by Addiction Resources, a website aimed to help people who suffer from addiction find help, this website provides a list of free treatment centers in Iowa, such as Bridges of Iowa, Clearview Recovery, Key to Success, and many more. By providing these free treatment centers, we reduce the number of people who suffer from addiction and help the people who do suffer from addiction regain control of their lives. You might be asking yourself, why would I want to walk up to a random stranger and offer help? They could be addicted to drugs and dangerous. Although you might not know that person, you should still offer help. You never know what someone's going through, and you never know when someone's day could be their last. According to a 2022 news article, What to Know About Helping Someone with Addiction, published by Medical News Today, a person can help someone who suffers from addiction by guiding them to recognize their problem and seek treatment. So even though you might not know the person, you should go up and offer help to them. A lot of people who are addicted to drugs feel like they have no one to help, and being the person to offer help encourages them to see that they're not alone and can receive the proper help that they need. By using these tools to help people who struggle, we can slowly but surely help many seek treatment and recovery. By providing free and accessible resources to those who struggle with addiction, we can ensure that they live happier, healthier, and substance-free lives. There are several benefits to providing these resources, such as improved physical and mental health, better focusing, and increased motivation. One of the benefits of providing free and accessible resources to those that suffer from addiction is increased motivation. According to the 2019 article, Finding Motivation versus Giving Up, published by Fort Behavioral Health, addiction suppresses a hormone called dopamine throughout the body, which in return also suppresses motivation. As without dopamine, many are depressed and demotivated. Many people who suffer from addiction and substance use disorders have a lack of motivation due to their dopamine being suppressed. With the proper care, people can regain motivation, gain dopamine, which will in turn make them happier. Another benefit to providing free and accessible resources to people who struggle from addiction is that it can improve physical and mental well-being. In a 2017 article called Working on Physical Health and Recovery from Addiction, published by West Wing Recovery Center, once people are able to center themselves around resisting substances and living a substance-free life, their mental health will improve. A different 2022 article called The Effects of Alcohol and Drug Addiction on Physical Health, published by the Harmony Ridge Center, stated that when you decide to get treatment for addiction, you also have to start working on physical wellness to ensure improved physical health, less stress, and easier focusing. As we provide free and accessible resources to those who struggle from addiction, we can see that these resources do help people and are beneficial to the recovery of many people in today's society. It is important that we start to offer free and accessible resources to those who struggle from substance use disorders, because many do not receive the help they need, which leads to physical and mental obstacles. This is a real-life struggle that can happen to anyone, no matter where you live or what you look like. Go offer help today to anyone you think might be struggling. You never know when someone's day might be their last.